I use Evernote as a tool to organize my student life, and it's been extremely helpful. In this video, I'll cover some of the tools and features I use to stay organized. Here's my workflow. I start with the course schedule. It's quickest to use the print-friendly version, which I can clip directly to Evernote. Since I don't want all the content, which is time-consuming to edit, I copy and paste the schedule into Word and delete the extra columns. I want to use checkboxes in Evernote, so I convert the table to text using a space separator. Finally, it's time to copy and paste into a new Evernote note. Each new note has a title field, so type in a title. I like checkboxes, and it's easy to add them in Evernote. Select the text, then choose Format, Insert To Do to add a checkbox for each item. Here's the actual note I'm using for this course, using a cleaned up layout and highlights. One super feature of Evernote is that I can add or delete content as needed. Next, it's on to the readings. I'll make a note directly from the Moodle page. First, I select the content and click the Evernote icon on my browser toolbar. The clipping window opens with the selection option pre-selected. You'll see I have a notebook selected and add a keyword. More on those later. Here's the note in Evernote and the actual note I'm using for the course. My next task is to download copies of the articles I plan to use. All links are active on the pages, and my article loads in the browser window. To download, I click the Evernote icon on the toolbar and choose Simplified Article in the dialog box. Evernote removes the extra frames, leaving just the article. The last notebook used is already selected, and I add a keyword and click Save. As a quick aside, I use PaperPile to organize citations. I click the PaperPile icon, click Add to PaperPile, then click View in PaperPile. I have the app set for APA formatting, as you see here. I copy the citation, and then it's back to Evernote. Once the new paper loads, I can paste the citation into the blank space at the top of the page for future use. Now for my notebook arrangements. Click Notebooks in the left panel. Notebooks are like folders which can be stacked. For example, in this course I have 5 notebooks. One holds my to-do list and other generic content. Notice the backward and forward arrows in Evernote. They work the same as those on a browser. I have separated the readings into their own notebooks. Notebooks are easy to manipulate. To add a new one, click New Notebook, name it, and click Create. Once I add the notebook, I can right-click to open the shortcut menu and choose a stack to assign it to. Right-click and choose Remove from Stack to move it, or double-click and choose Delete Notebook and confirm to remove it. Now for tagging. I use tags a lot, probably from my web design and PDF background. The Tags page shows a listing of the tags I've used. Double-click a tag to load the files into the card view. Here's another feature I use a lot. Select Notes in the card view to display a pop-up dialog. Click Create Table of Contents Note, and you'll have a new note added to the notebook with links. Another feature I use to get organized are the shortcuts. I can drag a note label from the recent notes into the shortcuts list, or right-click a note in the card view and choose Add Note to Shortcuts. If I need more options for organizing, and who doesn't, I can use Search. Click the Search field to activate it. In the Add Search option, you can see there are a number of ways to search. I'll simply type in some text and Evernote displays the results. There are 21 notes, starting with the table of contents note I made. For my last tip, be sure to check out the PDF highlighting. You can highlight anything in a note, but not a PDF. So, right-click and choose an Open option. In Acrobat DC, I can highlight content, then save the document. Evernote updates the document, complete with my highlights. If you've never used Evernote before, I hope my video's given you an idea of how useful it can be.